Now, very quick one. Fast forward. Spirituality is when humanity knows that God lives inside of him. Religion is when you think that your maker lives somewhere. So a spiritual person knows that God lives inside of him. So if the fact that he knows that God lives inside of him, he knows that God also lives inside of his neighbor. So spiritual people relate to people very circumspectively and respectfully because they know that as God lives inside of him, the same God lives inside his neighbor. But religious person thinks that you can only meet God somewhere. So a religious person will say that atari amintimi shenkwa sorry ne de metimi asha akwa ejum ba me shenkwa sorry. But a spiritual person knows that if I can't put on this clothes to church, then I can't put on that same clothes to my friend's house. Because the God that is in the church is the same God in my friend's house. So spirituality is when you know that your maker is inside of you. Spiritual people are conscious of the presence of God every day. Religious people are not conscious of God until they are in the temple, until they are in the synagogue, until they are in the church or in the shrine. They are very limited. They are very critical of people. They see people, they judge them. Oh, these are politicians. Oh, they've forgotten that Jesus even mingled with politicians and prostitutes. Spiritual people are very, very loving people. They are not boring people. They understand that we are different. We can't be the same. Our perception and the way we perceive things are different. Spiritual people tolerate people. They understand people. They accept people because they know they have to win you to get your understanding before they can break you down to win you to believe what they believe in. Religious person think that, oh, I am wearing white. You want to stain me. Don't come near me. You understand what I'm talking about? So spirituality is deeper than being religious. Religious people limit themselves within the church walls. They limit themselves within the shrine. They limit themselves within the temple and the synagogue. But spiritual people think ahead. They think outside the church walls. They know that they have to impact the kingdom of God. Broad. They are very broad people. They are very open-minded people. You understand? And obi oya spiritual no nim say atade we mean me hye nkwa asori dia and you mean me hye mpie. But obi oya religious say we dia me hye kwa asori, we dia me hye pie. Religious people pretend the power asori because onim say ho nyame wo. They think that they can meet their maker somewhere. Spiritual person also knows that they can meet God anywhere because God lives inside of them. My professor chem sociology, okache masem bosi wiafe after sociology, sebi ubetimi ni aboa koratana. So, anti religious people ba brocha omo limited ade. Ofri Ghana, oni Ghana fo nko an be di agro enye hwe. Obekọ ejuma Ghana fo wo mu mo sa no pe. Obekọ Ghana sorry. Ohun foreigner wontimi flow. Oye limited. So they say, ohun so obi nsum nyame a ohun ni sesasapon sambi. But ni re fi kura say bia ni supervisor yege wonim say abrocha wa ba ni supervisor kura be or a lesbian wonim. So they are very critical of people. When they have potentials they can't explore. Obi friend me back door can say Christologic I don't know your politics and I'm say wonim say will life cry politics. So we sorry no pa calculate scan be yi and say san obeje udi bi be no anwa mo udi we be to your light bill udi we be to your water bill obe ma wo ba say one ma wo yire say no ma we say no ma we say and no cry politics enti mo amunim dia mo say munim han no say mo amba ambebrem anchire won a etisum nim say this is the right thing to do. There be our politicians now me corrupt omunim nyame no omo be hye mra ma mo amunim nyame ne di so. So how shallow some religious people are. If you're a Christian, you don't have to be religious. You have to be spiritual because Jesus Christ is spiritual. Oko Zacchaeus is a tax collector. So Zacchaeus tax collector na or he was known as a politician that time. Tax collectors were politicians. He was mingling. Prostitutes everywhere. Jesus Christ was mingling. And those shallow believers that think that the only place they can live their life to explore is in the temple, in the church, they are always limited. But obefa taxi, ombuza say taxi driver no obotons and our sunyani. Or tnema or wojidie be say taxi driver no. So you're religious, so you're spiritual, they need to destination. So on the me patchen or pay ejuma na or pay online. Or she Christopher ejuma or pay ejuma na aye. But omuso obi mingle Now, obi person or explore or criticizes any panel. That is how shallow religious people are. They are very shallow. Omo na worship di mo mo sa omo pia no mo sa criticize one more mba sorry or more train pana. Let me tell you something. The world is not being destroyed by evil people. The world is being destroyed by those who know good and have decided not to do. So if you have seen that some politicians are evil, some religious people are evil, some pastors are evil, and you are good, you need to mingle and push your goodness onto them. Who can influence me? By the grace of God. Metese ankre. Ewo Yesu. I have friends who are atheists. I have friends who don't believe in anything. I have cousins and in-laws and people who don't believe in nothing. I do business with them. And I am influencing them positively. Spirituality is when humanity knows that his maker lives inside of me. Because I know that my maker lives inside of me, wherever I go, I know if nobody is watching me, God is watching me. But some of you are so religious, you think your maker can be met somewhere. So when you leave the church, you do anything you want until you go back to church. May the Lord have mercy on you people to understand the God kind of knowledge. In Greek, it is called ginosko. And know that Christ is in you, God is in you, not somewhere. You relate to your brother as though your brother to God lives in him or her. I love you.